Christmas in Colombia hits completely different. In the US, Christmas is a calm family day where you wear pajamas, drink cocoa, and watch movies. In Colombia, you're outside with a candle, a tamal, fireworks going off in the background, and someone's grandma already dancing. And it's only December 7th. And that's not even the weirdest thing. Wait till you hear why Colombians run around the block with a suitcase. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, I'm Matt. Welcome back to the Americano, where I explain Colombia to Americans and Americans to Colombians. And somehow, both sides still end up confused. Before we jump in, please subscribe. It's free, which honestly surprised me. I thought they were going to charge me when I hit that subscribe button. You can subscribe if you want, no pressure. YouTube gets really excited about it for some reason. All right, let's talk about 10 things Colombia does completely different for Christmas and New Year's, starting with the fact that Colombians don't even wait for the 25th. In Colombia, Christmas is on the 24th, not the 25th, the 24th. Like, why wait? And when I say Christmas is on the 24th, I mean they do everything on the 24th. Dinner, midnight. Gifts, midnight. Family party, midnight. Existential reflection about your life choices, also midnight. In the US, we do Christmas on the 25th because, I don't know, tradition, scheduling convenience, Santa's union contract. We wait, we take turns, we ease into it. Colombia does not ease into anything. Colombia looked at the calendar and said, why wait till tomorrow? That's ridiculous. Let's do it tonight. Americans wake up early, put on pajamas, and open gifts slowly. Colombians are like, no, we're going to stay up until 3 a.m., eat a full dinner at midnight, and then open presents. Because sleeping and wrapping paper should never mix. And the wild part is, kids here don't even complain. They're up at 1:30 in the morning. Fully awake, fully alert, opening gifts like it's a UFC pay-per-view schedule. Meanwhile, American kids would be unconscious by 8:45, and if you tried to wake them up at midnight to open presents, they'd file a complaint with HR. In Colombia, Santa Claus is optional, like a bonus character. The real MVP is Niño Dios, baby Jesus himself, who somehow delivers gifts to millions of kids without a sled, a suit, or GPS. American kids write letters to Santa. Colombian kids write letters to Niño Dios, which honestly is a much higher level request. I mean, Santa is basically a magical mailman with a reindeer. Niño Dios is an infant. He can't even hold a pen. But Colombian parents don't question it. They're like, sí, mijo. Baby Jesus is bringing your PlayStation. And the kid's like, wow, that's impressive. In the US, kids leave out milk and cookies for Santa. Colombian parents are like, no, Niño Dios doesn't need a snack. He needs you to pray for good behavior. Just pray. And Santa always delivers too many gifts in the US. Niño Dios, he's minimalist. He's like, here's 2 gifts max. I'm very busy. And there's no chimney debate in Colombia. Nobody's kid is asking how Niño Dios gets into the house because the answer is easy. He's Jesus. He doesn't need your chimney. Dia de las Velitas, the day of the little candles, is December 7th. Not Christmas, not Christmas Eve, just December 7th. And Colombia said, yeah, let's light the whole country on fire. In the US, if you walk outside and see 100 candles on the ground, you immediately assume someone is summoning a demon or your neighbor joined a cult. But in Colombia, no, it's totally normal. Families line the streets with candles, sidewalks glow, kids are playing, adults are hanging out like, yep, this is what we do. Fire everywhere, Feliz Navidad. And nobody panics. Nobody calls the fire department. Nobody's like, hey, maybe we shouldn't line the entire neighborhood with open flames. It's beautiful, it's peaceful, it's cozy. But the first time you see it, as an American, you're like, is this safe? Are we sure this is safe? Are we positive this is safe? And the wildest part, this is the warm-up act. This is Colombia saying, we're lighting candles tonight, so you know December is about to get crazy. In Colombia, everyone wears a brand new outfit on December 24th. Not just the kids, everybody. You show up to Noche Buena looking like you're attending the Grammys. In the US, we wear pajamas or an ugly Christmas sweater. Basically, Americans dress like Christmas is happening against their will. But in Colombia, the 24th is a runway show. The whole family walks in dressed like, I hope you noticed I'm a better person than I was yesterday. And it's not optional. If you show up in something you already owned, Colombians look at you like you forgot your passport. You've got dads wearing brand new shoes they don't know how to walk in yet. Grandmas dressed like they're starting in a telenovela. And kids wearing outfits so clean it looks like they'll get grounded if they breathe too hard. Meanwhile, Americans are over here like, yeah, I put on socks today, so Merry Christmas. In Colombia, Christmas food isn't just food, it's a project. Colombians spend hours making tamales, days making natilla, and somehow the buñuelos are always fresh, no matter what time you show up. And the tamales, those are group projects. You don't just make tamales in Colombia, you get recruited. In the US, the Christmas cooking process is simple. Step 1, go to Costco. Step 2, buy something shaped like a spiral. Step 3, put it on the oven and hope for the best. But in Colombia, you'll walk into a house on December 24th and there are 12 people in the kitchen. One's kneading dough, one's cutting vegetables, one's tying strings, and somebody's grandpa is supervising like he's on MasterChef Retirement Edition. And then they hand you a hot chocolate with cheese in it. An American sees that and immediately goes through the 5 stages of grief. They're like, is this supposed to be here? Did someone drop this in by accident? And Colombians drink aguardiente and canelazo like it's a hydration strategy, while Americans sip eggnog and cider like they're afraid it might fight back. Even the desserts are different. Colombia has obleas, arroz con leche, manjar blanco. The US has fruitcake, which nobody actually eats, but we keep bringing it out like a hostage. In the US, people go to church twice a year, Christmas Eve and maybe Easter, if they wake up on time. In Colombia, no. Colombia said, let's do 9 days in a row. 9. It's like the spiritual Olympics. It's called the Novena, but honestly, it should be called the Christmas playoffs. Every night, the whole family shows up, singing, praying, reciting, eating. And it's not optional. If you try to skip a night, the aunties will find you. They have a tracking system. They're like, you didn't come yesterday. Don't worry, we prayed extra for you. In the US, if you invited your friends to church 9 nights in a row, they'd block your number. Americans barely have the energy for one service. You ask them to come back tomorrow and they're like, no, I already completed my annual requirements. But Colombians love it. It's beautiful. Kids read little scripts about baby Jesus. Families play instruments. Everybody brings food. It's basically a nightly combination of church, family reunion, and potluck, all happening during peak tamale season. In Colombia, Christmas has this incredible rhythm. You can be praying at 7 p.m. and dancing by 9 p.m. And nobody sees a problem with this. Colombians switch from Dear Heavenly Father to crank up the salsa like they're changing TV channels. You'll be in someone's living room doing the Novena, very calm, very holy, and literally 1 hour later, that same room is a nightclub. I've seen a nativity scene sitting on top of a speaker. Baby Jesus is just watching the whole party like, yeah, this feels right. In the US, Christmas is quiet. People whisper. They play soft piano versions of Silent Night. The wildest thing that happens is someone eats too many cookies and falls asleep on the couch. But in Colombia, nah. By 9 p.m., somebody's uncle already broke out the sound system. One aunt is giving dance lessons, and the grandparents are out there moving like they're 25 again. And the best part? Colombians don't turn the music down. Ever. They're like, the neighbors will understand. It's Christmas. Before we jump in, I've got something brand new that's going to make your life a lot easier if you're thinking about moving to Colombia. I'm releasing a new series of 2026 Colombia regional guides, 7 in total, covering every major region of the country. Each guide includes up-to-date cost of living for the most popular cities in the region, safety indexes, healthcare information, a directory of trusted doctors, attorneys, tax specialists, visa services, and relocation specialists, plus the visa requirements and options. Everything you need to plan your move. They're normally going to be $29 each, but for our Black Friday launch through December 15th, they're only $19, and you can add any extra region for just $10 more. They'll start rolling out between December 15th and the 23rd, and every one of them gets quarterly updates through 2026. And if you want all 7 and access to the new passport community launching January 1st, you can pre-order that now too. Members get all 7 guides included, plus access to our private forums, cost of living data tables, and visa resources for every region. The community will be $29 a month or $299 a year, and there's also a pro plan with a monthly live Q&A session for $49 a month or $499 a year. But right now, during pre-launch, you can lock in the 2026 year for half price, $149 or $249 for the year. And remember, that $249 option gets you live Q&A sessions every month with me on a Zoom call, and you can ask whatever you want. Everything's linked below. Grab your regional guide, pre-order your community membership, and join us as we make living abroad easier than ever. In Colombia, kids usually get 1 or 2 gifts for Christmas. That's it. Simple, efficient, easy to wrap. In the US, American kids wake up to a mountain of gifts. It's like a warehouse exploding under the tree. I grew up thinking it was normal to have so many presents you couldn't see the living room floor. Then I came to Colombia and kids were like, I got a shirt and it's new. And everyone's clapping like they just graduated medical school. And here's the thing, the kids are happy. They're thrilled. They're like, this is great. And I'm sitting there like, wow, I didn't think American children could emotionally survive this. In the US, if a kid only gets 2 gifts, that's when parents start doing speeches. They're like, listen, Christmas is about family and love and gratitude because they know that child is about to file a complaint with their lawyer. But in Colombia, the focus is on the celebration, the food, the family, the music. The gift is just a detail, a bonus, a side quest. And honestly, it's kind of refreshing to see kids excited about something that fits in a single grocery bag. In the US, fireworks are for two things: July 4th and when your neighbor is doing something illegal. In Colombia, fireworks are just December. You'll hear explosions every night, not just New Year's. Not just Christmas, literally every night. As an American, the first December you spend here is confusing. You're lying in bed like, are we under attack? Is this normal? Should I be concerned? And Colombians are completely calm. They don't even look up. You'll hear a boom that shakes the windows and they're like, ah yes, the children are celebrating. The funniest part is the range of fireworks. Some are tiny little pops and others sound like NASA attempted a launch from your neighborhood. In the US, if fireworks went off every night in December, the HOA would lose its mind. There would be emergency meetings. There would be petitions. Someone would be getting sued. But in Colombia, it's just part of the vibe. It's like background music, except the music is explosions, and the background is your entire city. In the US, Christmas is supposed to look like a snow globe. You know, snow, scarves, fireplaces, sweaters. Everybody's pretending like we enjoy freezing to death. In Colombia, no. Christmas is tropical. It's warm. People are outside in shorts eating buñuelos like it's a beach vacation. In the US, every Christmas movie has snow, even the ones filmed in Los Angeles. They'll CGI it. Meanwhile, in Colombia, you might celebrate Christmas at an actual beach with palm trees and sunglasses. And kids here play outside until it's late because it's warm. American kids try to go outside in December and it's like, hey mom, can I go play? No. Why? Because you'll die. Even the Christmas decorations are different. In the US, we have lights on pine trees. In Colombia, they'll wrap lights around a palm tree and it actually looks better, like Christmas but on vacation. And Americans drink hot cocoa because they're cold. Colombians drink hot chocolate because they want to, even though it's warm outside. That's confidence. That's commitment. And parandas, the street parties. Those don't exist in the US. The only people partying in the street in December are the ones whose flights got canceled at the airport. And now, for a bonus round. Colombia has the greatest New Year's Eve traditions in the world. Not just one, three. It's like a trilogy with better special effects. The first one, the suitcase run. At midnight, Colombians grab a suitcase and run around the block to attract travel in the new year. As an American, you're standing there like, are we running away? Are we escaping something? And Colombians are like, no, this is for blessings. And I'm thinking, okay, but is this carry-on or checked? And then second, there are 12 grapes, one for every wish. Colombians pop them like they're a speed eating competition. In the US, we make New Year's resolutions. Colombians eat fruit, and honestly, fruit works better. And last, the most dramatic one of all, burning the Año Viejo doll. People dress up a life-size doll, fill it with fireworks or paper, and then set it on fire. As an American, you're like, is this even legal? Is this safe? Is that doll looking at me? But Colombians love it. It symbolizes burning the bad things from the year. Meanwhile, Americans just watch a big metal ball slowly fall in Times Square and then get stuck in traffic. So on New Year's Eve in Colombia, you get cardio, snacks, and fire. In the US, you get Ryan Seacrest. I like Ryan Seacrest, but I think Colombia wins this one. All right, that's it. 10 things Colombia does completely different for Christmas and New Year's. And honestly, I love all of it. The candles, the dancing, the fireworks, and yes, the suitcase cardio program. And if you want more videos like this, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because if you hit that like button, it tells YouTube that I'm doing, well, something right, which would be great because I'm not totally sure I am. If you want to go deeper into the lifestyle, the moving abroad stuff, the cost of living stuff, or just trying to understand why Colombians burn dolls, make sure you join The Passport, my free newsletter. And you also get my free digital magazine, also called The Passport, which is free, which feels like a mistake, but here we are. Plus, if you're into real estate, buying, renting, investing, or even investing in businesses, check out Brokor, my real estate newsletter. And if you're in Bogotá or moving here soon, join Bogotá Nomads, my expat community. We do dinners, meetups, and occasionally try to explain Colombia to people who think they understand it until they don't. Thanks for watching, thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one, or I'll see you running around the block with a suitcase on December 31st. Either way, it'll be fun. Tranquilo, we'll figure it out. Take care.